Dear Sogyal Rinpoche, I think it is time to revisit this trouble about the allegations against you. I know that I risk repeating myself and sounding foolish, but what are we to do in the face of your aloof silence? So I will write you a letter and see what can be done. At best, I don't want those courageous women to feel abandoned, don't want my own silence to be added to yours. So I will keep writing, keep repeating myself, until things start moving forward in this awful business. There is no rancor or ill will in me as I write. I only want to end this suffering. I include Rinpoche in your title because you were the one who first introduced me to the Buddha's teachings, and I would like to honor that fact. However, I would also like to speak to you as simply one human being to another. I would like the power of your title and fame to be laid aside for a few moments in hopes that you can hear me better. I also include Rinpoche, meaning precious one, to remind you that this is not about you. This is not about Sogyal the man, but about Sogyal Rinpoche, who has taken upon himself the heavy burden of bringing the Buddha's teachings to the West. That is a deep, frightening responsibility, is it not? Not a place for pride or power or wealth to accumulate. This is why you sit above others, why sometimes they prostrate to you. This is why you have a title. It is on loan, not about you, not permanent. There has been much discussion on this website and others about why HHDL has not spoken out regarding the allegations of Zul abuse against you. One conclusion I thought of recently, which has never been proposed, is the simple fact that you are an adult. You are not a child who requires chastising by an elder. Perhaps His Holiness is simply expecting you to step forward, as any adult would, and do the responsible thing, whatever that might be, in order to bring resolve and an end to needless suffering. Surely one possible start to solving this trouble would be for you to address the allegations publicly. You are a public figure after all. Fame has brought you much wealth, power, and comfort. However, fame also brings with it that responsibility. You are a public representative of our Lord Buddha. Surely that is a mandate for public action. I was deeply disturbed to read a comment on this website from a Rigpa youth some months ago. This youth was censored on the Rigpa Youth Facebook page for questioning the allegations and behind the Thankasand in the name of enlightenment. She was told to come privately to Rigpa officials who would explain the situation. I have heard that apparently there is a re-education program existent in Rigpa not unlike the re-education programs used by the Communist Chinese in Tibet. I have heard that this is one approach being taken by Rigpa to counter the allegations. Is this really true, or is it just a wild rumor? Of course, these allegations are well beyond what can be comprehended by youth. I can understand why there would be a need to protect young ears from them and remove the discussion from the Youth FB page. Indeed, many of us adults feel that same need for protection when we hear of the allegations. However, this is a difficult approach. Controlling the fresh minds of Rigpa youth away from their natural and rightful inquisitiveness seems very dangerous. Because your actions as described in the allegations are so bizarre and distasteful, parents and educators are stuck, Rinpoche. They can't explain them to their children in the healthy ways that they might otherwise explain. Next, they can't be transparent without traumatizing Rigpa youth and causing them to lose respect for you. The situation then becomes one where the natural and wonderful inclination of our youth to question their elders becomes circumscribed. How can this be a healthy first step on the Buddhist path? Is it not a step towards blind faith? If this re-education program does in fact exist, then aren't you digging a prison of treachery and fear for yourself? Aren't you turning away from the Buddha's words of freedom? The Buddha said, "O monks and wise ones, like gold that is heated, cut and rubbed, examine well my words, and accept them, but not out of your reverence." HHDL said, "It is with an objective mind, endowed with a curious skepticism, that we should engage in careful analysis and seek the reasons. Then on the basis of seeing the reasons, we engender a faith that is accompanied by reason." Is there room for inquisitiveness and questioning in your re-education program and silence, Rinpoche? I believe that students, all of them, past and present, need a clear, decent, transparent, and rational path out of this trouble. Not silence, not re-education, and certainly not blind loyalties. And believe me, people are looking at this trouble, people are wondering. I heard recently that, in the 3 weeks during which In the Name of Enlightenment was up for open viewing on the internet, the site received 3,000 hits. I wonder why it was taken down. Perhaps your lawyers did that, Rinpoche. Do you think you can really stem people's right to know the truth?